Alright, I got even more books, so let's talk about them. This is the list of books. I'm going to go through them one by one, why I bought them, what I'm interested about them, and yeah, hopefully we have an interesting discussion today. First thing is Prometheus Rising by Robert Anton Wilson. This is a book I've talked about previously, but I think I actually listened to the audiobook. I don't have a physical copy of this until I actually just picked this up recently. I want to go back through this because this is a book or an audiobook, I guess, that I keep coming back to, that the things keep resonating in my head, and I want to really revisit it and perhaps go into even depth into some of the chapters because this book's super fascinating. It's all about the exploration of consciousness and the breaking up of patterns, the breaking up of certain ideas. And there's this idea that reverberates throughout the entire book, which is what the thinker thinks, the prover proves, which is essentially a fancy way to say, bias, or what I see about the world I'm going to see more of because it's just my own perception, and my perception is going to in some way distract myself from a deeper truth. And it's really about overcoming these biases and understanding that you can drive yourself mad if you choose to, but you shouldn't choose to because it's really just the way that you're viewing the world. And all sorts of fascinating ideas inside of this, and I think there's a whole lot of this book to just delve into, talk about, and just enjoy. Robert Anton Wilson, for the at the very least, you don't even have to agree with anything he says. He's just an interesting author because he challenges your thoughts in so many ways, and that's what I find to be some of the most fun aspects of reading, is that you can find somebody that has beliefs that are so diametrically opposed to your own, and you can kind of find common ground, and it's really a fun thing to do, to challenge yourself. The next thing we have is All the Pretty Horses by Cormac McCarthy. This is the first book in the Borders trilogy. I'm told it's some of his best writing, but I have not read anything from this trilogy, obviously, and I want to pick it up because I love Cormac McCarthy. I've heard a lot of people talk about this book, and I've read, what have I read? I've read No Country for Old Men, The Road, and Blood Meridian, and I loved all of those books. I thought they were all really good. But yeah, I heard people saying how great these trilogy books are, and I just felt the need to pick it up, so I finally picked it up. Hopefully we'll get to it soon. Cormac McCarthy he doesn't write long books, so it feels like you always want more every time you finish one of his books, and that's what I've been feeling a lot of lately. So yeah, excited to delve into that. The next thing we have is Jesus, the Son of Man by Khalil Gibran. This is a book that is not inside my collected works of Khalil Gibran, and I was really pissed when I opened up the book and it wasn't in there, because this is something that I've been told is some of his best writing, and I'm just excited to delve into this. It doesn't seem to be very long. 135 pages, so hopefully I will be able to fly through it, talk about Gibran. I don't think I've read Gibran in a very long time, so it'll be nice to return to some of his writing and see what he has to offer. The thing I love about Gibran so much is that essentially he has a way to capture both the depth of life, like the sadness and the happiness of life, all at the same time. So in one sentence you'll feel like you're about to be brought to tears, and in the next sentence you feel like, wow, life really is cool, life really is special, and I really appreciate things. And it's that crisscross, it's that juxtaposition that he can create in the reader that really gives his writing something special, and really gives his writing a soul that's unlike anything else you'll ever read. Perhaps the only thing similar is William Blake and Rumi, but to be compared to those two is not very bad territory, and I wouldn't complain if my writing was compared to those two. So yeah, on to the next thing, which is Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. I don't know anything about this book. I don't even know why I picked this book up, and honestly, I don't remember what I was thinking when I added this to my Amazon cart, but I heard somebody talk about it in a video, and from what it seemed interesting. Something about stream of consciousness, something about psychological depth to this book, and it's fairly short, so even if I don't like it, I'll finish it in probably a day or so, and yeah, just excited to read somebody that I know nothing about. It's always fun to delve yourself into a world of an author that's so celebrated, that is so well known, and you know nothing about them, because it's like winning the lottery. It's like finding a whole new world of just interesting things to explore. And that's really my favorite aspect about reading, is that you could have not known about somebody, and you pick up a book by them and you read that book, and for the rest of your life that person is a part of your life, And it's the coolest thing that you could ever just. I don't know. I'm kind of getting into like a different aspect of reading here, but it's cool, and I'm excited to pick up an author that is so celebrated that I know nothing about, because it's always fun to learn about people who are very well respected. Um, Next thing we have is the selected poems of Lord Byron. I love William Blake, and this guy, Lord Byron, is put in the likes of William Blake. I don't know if they have anything in anything in common. I don't know if there's anything to them that really sticks, and you would say that these are very similar authors, just from very similar periods. So I want to see if I just love William Blake, or if I love romantic poetry or the romantic poets, and I'm excited to pick it up. I'm excited to go through it. The best thing about poets is that you can read a few of their poems and kind of understand who they are as people, and kind of understand the topics as to what they talk about, and get a real sense for their voice as an author. And it's almost fun to just pick up a book and flip through and go, you know, at the moment I start going through this book, I'm going to really enjoy it. And I know I'm going to enjoy parts of Lord Byron. I don't know if he's going to be one of my favorite poets, but I certainly have looked up a few of his quotes, and I'm like, his main themes, his main ideas seem fascinating to me. So yeah, I'm excited to read all of these things. Here is the list of books again. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to them soon. Hopefully you'll see them be talked about in more depth on the channel. But yeah, peace out. Love you guys so much. And one last book you guys should read, or one last book I should read, I guess, is Epitaphs by myself, because I think it's a very good exploration into deeper themes and poetic sort of way of looking at life. And I had a whole lot of fun writing it. So if you're interested in reading it, please check it out. But with that said, I love you guys so much. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.